Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is June 1st. Happy first day of meteorological summer here in the state of California. And if you can't tell, I am in a hotel room here in Burlington, Colorado. Going to be doing some storm chasing the next few days. Had a bit of a head cold, so I skipped yesterday, and you can probably hear it in my voice here. But bear with me as we just go over the forecast here because we have some pretty interesting warm conditions that are going to be coming for the state of California. Taking a look at that, significant heat ahead next week. You can see June 4th through the June 6th time frame here. We're not sure just how long this is going to hang on just yet, but there's some places that could be pushing 110 degrees here. So you guys know what to do to beat the heat out there. Test your AC now before it gets too hot. And you can see again a lot of the valley areas, Sacramento, Fresno, outside of the Bay Area and the coastal areas here, the excessive heat watch is now in effect. So good tips here by the National Weather Service Reno here for how to beat the heat. Pause it if you need to. Now, taking a look here at June 1st, 2013, look at this. The fire season can definitely get going this time of year, as most of you know. And check this out, in 2005, after a record winter rainfall ended, a huge section of the hillside gave way at Laguna Beach, resulting in millions of dollars in property damage. The slide severely damaged or destroyed at least 15 homes. 750 people from more than 350 homes were forced to evacuate. So, yeah. Just because you get into the summer months, sometimes you are still not safe. Those hillsides can be, or the hillsides can be quite unstable still, and you can get those rock slides. Now, taking a look at the European, this is the artificial intelligence run. So there's some systems moving through the Pacific Northwest, and actually pretty strong atmospheric river 1-2 punch that's going to be clipping portions of Northwest California. And you can see that strong ridge starting to build here right off the coastline and the deep trough over the Gulf of Alaska and the atmospheric river going into the Pacific Northwest. But this is going to allow our heat to really ramp up here, especially across some of the inland and the desert areas. You can see that ridge taking hold as we go on in through Wednesday night and on in through Thursday on June 6th. And how long will that heat hang on is a good question. As we continue off into the extended forecast, you can kind of see another ridge out over the Pacific Ocean here. But then it looks like some troughing may try to return and bring us back to more seasonable conditions and maybe some mountain thunderstorm activity. That's something we'll be watching over the next few days. If we look at the GFS, total precipitation in inches on last night's run, you'll see the Pacific Northwest getting hammered. But you see Northwest California is getting some meaningful rainfall there out of the system, but not much of the rest of the state is. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can kind of see that. Los Angeles, Santa Barbara and Ventura counties here, Phoenix, Las Vegas, no rain in sight for the time being. But as we bring that trough in here later, you'll notice some of that rainfall firing up across some of the Sierra Nevada and some of the higher terrain, even of Southern California, and some of the desert areas may bring some thunderstorm activity with it, but that's way off into the future. We'll be watching that as we go. Taking a look at 2-meter temperature anomaly. Let me scroll down here so you can see all the southwest, but you'll really see things start to ramp up here as we go on in through the extended forecast. Look at this heat just start to build in here after the systems move through the Pacific Northwest and the ridge fires up. You can see the temperatures well above normal across much of the state of California, save for probably the extreme coastal areas here as well. We're not looking at a very strong offshore wind event right now anyway. So San Francisco, for example, is not going to be warming up extremely like Sacramento will be under this pattern. And then as we go off into the extended forecast, you can see some above average conditions. Then it kind of gives away to some below average conditions as some troughing tries to return in the extended forecast. Again, more on that here in the extended, but over the next few days, I should say. Here's Sacramento. Check it out. Look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some pretty warm temperatures. 106 on Wednesday, and then maybe some troughing rolling in here. Look, the GFS is a big roller coaster ride coming up, and then some warmer temperatures as we go on into the mid portion of June. Here we go for San Francisco. Just kind of showing you we're not looking at a big offshore event here that's going to warm up a lot of the coastal areas, and maybe 68 on Tuesday here, but very consistent temperatures there for San Francisco. Taking a look at Fresno, some similar story for Sacramento here as well. Warm, then potentially troughing, then building that warmth back up as we go through the mid portion of the month. Here we're looking at sea surface temperature anomaly. The water's actually still below normal here across much of the coastal areas, and I don't think that that's forecast to change here anytime soon. And something interesting as we warm up here, we could be getting some nice wave activity along the coastal areas as well, with those storms out over the Pacific Ocean throwing a swell down towards the coastline of California. And we can look at that right here on last night's European model run. So you can see the wind-driven wave stuff off the coastline here, but if you look off across Pacific Ocean off to the northwest there, you can see some big wave activity going with the storms that are going to be impacting the Pacific Northwest, and that could throw an interesting swell down towards the coastal areas here as we go on to, what is that, about maybe the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame here. So yeah, if you want to wax up your surfboards, get ready for that. Here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Clearly the above average signal here across much of the west coast, and here's the below average signal for areas north, but near normal across the southwest here as this goes through June 6th through the 10th, and then again 8 to 14 day above average signal there for the west and near normal. And here we go with the drought. So California is still drought free, completely drought free here. Enjoy this while it lasts, because this will not last long. Oregon and Nevada are officially drought free as well, and maybe most of Utah, and Arizona is doing much better also. But yeah, we'll continue to watch that off through the next few days, see if we can return to some troughing and cool things down, and maybe bring some thunderstorm activity through the extended forecast. But get ready for that heat, because it's definitely going to warm up here as we go through the June 4th through 6th or 7th time frame here, and we'll continue to monitor this day by day to see how long that's going to last. So anyway, checking in from Colorado here, going to go out and do some storm chasing today and tomorrow, and probably Monday, and I'll be back on Tuesday for my normal briefings that will be coming out daily once I do get home. So anyway, I hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe, and we will do this again tomorrow.